Okay, so that's recording. So usually, what I've found that helps is if you just do a quick like, it'll just focus on you, and then you're kind of good.
Can you close the door?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay. Hello. Welcome back. Yes, I'm still figuring out how to do this whole video thing in like a non-awkward way. But I'm really excited. Nick is letting me use his camera today, so the focus is hopefully going to be a lot better. And I've got a lot of yarn to show you. The last time that I purchased yarn selfishly for myself was back in May or June. I purchased an advent calendar from Spectrum Fiber. She's a dyer based in the UK, and she does a lot of bright neon-y type of stuff. So that was like the last thing that I purchased, and then I've just really been pulling from my stash and what I currently had, or using Hillstyle yarn. But I've recently made a few purchases. I've got another one that I think is shipping today, so I'll be able to show that one with you again. But I'm really excited. So I am gonna start. We left off with me planning out the yarn for a sock test knit, and I was originally planning to incorporate this Biche and Bouche dark orange gray yarn. But I received the pattern, and even though this is technically like a heavy fingering sport weight yarn, there's only 270 yards. So based on this pattern, I would have needed 2 skeins. I only have 1. But it's a very pretty color, so I'm gonna save it and use it for something else. I have like a little Biche and Bouche setup going. I heard somebody else say it, so I think I am saying it right. So what I ended up picking up instead yesterday when we went to the Knitting Loft, we were down in Toronto, which takes us about an hour to get to. If there's traffic, it could be anywhere from like 2 to 3 hours to get there. On a good day, we can get there in 40 minutes, but it's still quite a drive, which is where Van was for the first 3 weeks of his life. So yeah, we had to go to Toronto. Nick wanted to drop some film off. I somehow convinced him to let me go another 30 minutes into the city for yarn. But I'm really excited. So I ended up picking up this ball of, I don't know if I'm ever going to say these right, Mondim. The color, so they don't go by names, it goes by number. So this is color 302, but it's a really pretty rust, like a really deep rust. But I heard, I don't know if this is focusing, hopefully, but I heard from others that even though this is a non-superwash yarn, you don't need to reinforce it. When I say reinforce, like with this one, for example, because I'm using it for socks, you're obviously really hard on your feet because you're using them all the time. So toes and heels, you kind of want to make sure that you reinforce it. So like holding a strand of silk mohair would work, but I heard that you don't need to do that with this. So, and then it actually looks like more of a true fingering weight yarn. I'm hoping that this is gonna focus because I can't see anything. So yeah, I got this color, and I really like the green with it. And I made the decision, I think it came to me at like, maybe in my dreams. I don't know. Yes, I dream about yarn. But I think I'm gonna do this combo. It's a bit moody but still bright and fun. So let me know if you think that's a winner. The other one that I was considering was this. So those are the two contenders right now. This, as much as I love it, doesn't really feel too much like me. Whereas I feel like that is really fun. Hopefully this is focusing. So that was my first purchase. And I ended up picking up a second ball of it because I saw this on the shelf and I was obsessed. Hopefully that's focusing. So this one looks like it's a self-striping, almost like it's already marled, like heathered. And this one is color 102. So my method of madness is that if I have any left over of this, it will be the heel and toe, and potentially cuff, but we'll see. But I think they go really pretty together. And then it's got the fuchsia pink in it, which I really like. So those were my two sock yarns. I feel like I did pretty good. Okay, one of the things that I did get, the other night Nick made a comment saying that I've never knit a sweater for him. I honestly didn't think he wanted one. But he does. So he picked out yarn, and he picked out this color. So this is Rosa Pomar. I don't know if I'm saying these right, so forgive me if I'm not. But this is the Mungo one, and I believe this is a worsted. But essentially all of the yarns that I'm about to show you are Retrosaria yarns. They're made in Portugal, and they are, where is it? There's recycled wool and cotton yarn. It is entirely spun from pre-consumer waste generated by Portuguese spinning mills. So it's all recycled fiber, but he picked this color, which is color number 4. And it's already like pre-heathered, but I think what I'm gonna do is, it's not horribly scratchy, but I think I am gonna hold a strand of mohair with it, and I think I'm gonna do obsidian, which is black. I think that would be really nice. I was gonna say pretty, but he doesn't want pretty, he wants something masculine. So yes, I got a lot of these, because obviously a man's sweater, he's gonna take a lot of yarn. But I've already found a pattern. So I'm gonna do the Forager sweater by Melody Hoffman. I wanna make one for myself. But it's just a basic raglan, and she's already worked it in to be like a yarn held double type of thing. So I'm gonna use, this is the main color with the black mohair, and knit him a sweater at some point. I'm hoping to start maybe this fall? I don't know, we'll see. We will see. And then, okay, so for my, Forager, I ended up getting, well, I plan to knit maybe 2 of these sweaters because I think that they're just so pretty. And so far, knitting my tulip jumper, I love the fit. The fit is so great. So I feel pretty confident that the Forager sweater will also be a great fit. But I ended up picking up Brusca, which is also by Retrosaria, and same idea. It's from Portugal. The yarn is made from fine wools of 2 native sheep breeds from Portugal. This is color 5C, and I think what I'm gonna do, it's such a pretty brown. It's very golden, and I'm always drawn to a warmer tone. So I have a few ideas for this. I am potentially thinking of holding it with, and I'm gonna hold it with mohair, but I'm thinking I want to either do something like Gold Rush, which will really pull out that golden tone, or I'm thinking I might want to hold it with like a burnt red / rust color, kind of like my nails. So that's where I'm at with that idea. But this is going to be for a forager sweater for myself. And I'm choosing more of these rusticy yarns because what I'm noticing personally is that I love the stuff that I knit with my yarn and other dyers' yarn, but I'm afraid to wear it around my kids because they're obviously young. They don't appreciate the finer things in life yet. And yeah, I've had a few mishaps with a few sweaters where there's been pulls and sticky fingers, and Van's really obsessed with his poop right now, so I want something that's definitely more rustic and tougher so that I'm not afraid to wear it around my kids. So I'm very, very excited about these. So I ended up ordering, these are actually from the Knitting Loft. I ordered these online and then ended up going to the store yesterday. But yeah, I got 8 of them so that I've hopefully got enough. And this is a DK weight yarn. So I'm very excited about that. And then for Otis, I keep saying I'm gonna knit him a sweater. It never happens. But I think I'm gonna bite the bullet. I saw a picture online, and it's the yarn I'm about to show you. And the colors immediately like took my breath away. I loved them. I even showed them to Nick and he loved them. Marley? Don't touch. He's like trying to inch himself as close to the camera as he can. So yeah, I saw these colors online. I'm gonna take them out of the plastic so that it's less annoying. But yeah, I'm so happy. So these are the colors. Hopefully this will focus. So this is also Rich Rosaria. This is the Vovo. I don't know. So this is a sport weight. So I'm thinking that because it's a kid's sweater, I'm gonna hold it double to make it a worsted weight. And I feel like with 4 balls, I should have more than enough. They're each 156 yards. But I'm gonna do the Frankie sweater, which was created by, or designed by Gabby of Maison Dean. I've knit one before. I knit one for my niece. But those are the colors, and look at how good they are. So really warm brown, more of a taupey gray, this like deep charcoal gray, and then this blue. And the blue is just, it's got so much depth to it. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. So this is going to be a sweater for Otis. Hopefully I can have it done before Christmas. We'll see. I'm probably gonna have to start all of this stuff really soon. Okay, so I only made one impulse purchase yesterday when we were at the Knitting Loft, and I saw the color sitting on the shelf. I was actually getting ready to pay, and I was obsessed. It was the only ball, so I have two ideas for it. They came to me yesterday after we got home. So I'm thinking I'm either going to use it to knit myself a pair of mitts, or I'm going to use it to knit a pair of heavier weight socks. Yeah, okay, so here's the color. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. And the brand, again, I'm not gonna say it right. I'm just gonna show it because I won't say that right. Darum Natura. But yes, anyways, it is a generous amount of yarn. I believe it's 250 meters, and it is probably like a heavy DK, maybe a light worsted. So I got that, and it is so beautiful. And then I previously showed you this color of the Biche & Bouche Le Petite Lamb's Wool. This is the gray brown. I had ordered more, so I now have 4, but I'm actually changing plans. I was going to use them to participate in a knit along, but through knitting my tulip jumper, I've really just loved the simple, mindless flow of stockinette stitch. Being able to just sit on the couch, watch something if I want to watch something, and not have to think. And I really do, I have busy sweaters that I've knit, and I kind of just want to have some really simple, classic, timeless pieces to add to my wardrobe. So I ordered these, and I've changed my plans, but now I have 2 different ideas brewing. One of them is to hold these with narwhal on mohair, which will kind of give it this like cooler tone, which I don't really wear a lot of cooler tones. So not my first choice, but I think that it would be absolutely stunning, and it is good to have versatility in my wardrobe. And the other option, which I think could be really, really pretty, I impulse bought, I was having a really shitty day back in, I don't even remember, but anyways, it was really bad. And so I impulse bought Midsommar from Spin Cycle, and I got 4 of them. And you can actually see from all of the skeins, they are so different. Like, I love, this is my favorite one in the lot. This one is my least favorite one in the lot. And if you hold them side by side, they look completely different. But that's how Spin Cycle works. So I would definitely need to kind of fade them. So I think I'd have to go in order like warmest to coolest. But my plan, if I go through with it, is to knit these all together. Seems like a lot of yarn, but I think it could be really pretty, kind of marled all together. The Spin Cycle would add some warmth and some softness, and the Petite Lamb's Wool will add that like rustic feel to it. So yeah, it's between holding the mohair with this or the Spin Cycle, and I think I'm leaning towards the Spin Cycle. Yeah, so that's some of the yarn that I purchased. I will have another one because I purchased more. And it's actually so frustrating. So the shop that I ordered from, I've never ordered from them before. They are also in Toronto. They are one of the only shops that carries this type of yarn. And I guess like, I think there's only 5 shops in all of Canada that carry it. They were the only one that showed that they had stock in the colors that I wanted. So I ordered it. I ended up making a really big boo-boo when I ordered, but I'm just going with it. So then they sent an email saying that they could only fulfill half of my order, and to let them know whether I wanted to wait for stock to arrive, which was going to be about 3 weeks, or if I just wanted a refund for the stuff that they didn't have. So I ended up emailing them at the contact that they told me to, and just asked if they could provide me with an actual list of what was in stock, because their website was showing that everything was in stock and that they had 99 plus balls of each yarn, which makes me really question what their actual stock levels were. So anyways, fast forward, it's been 6 days since I emailed. I get an email from the lady that I was supposed to email saying, "Thank you so much for your order. Please see your invoice below. There you will find your tracking number if it's available." And I'm like, okay. So went on, looked, there's no tracking number. It says that the invoice has been paid. And then I get another email because I had an abandoned cart saying, "Please complete your purchase. We have this yarn in stock." And I was like, "But you said you didn't, and that it was 3 weeks out." So anyways, I ended up emailing them to kind of be like, what is going on? I don't know. It's a really bizarre situation, but I'm excited. One of them is going to be this beautiful mustard yellow, and it's going to be another tulip jumper, because I love this knit so much. And I'm thinking it's a very delicate yarn in the sense that you can just like very easily pull it apart. So I'm going to reinforce it with some silk mohair, and I think I'm gonna do it with plie, which is like a really pale blushy pink. I think it could be really pretty against the mustard. And then I ordered beige, so something very neutral. But then I thought I can either go one of 2 ways with it. I can go with a really bright mohair, or I could just, again, stick with something that's very neutral. But I'm hoping that the beige I can knit into the tulip cardigan once it comes out, because I have some really fun buttons that I think could work really well for it. And I have made a lot of progress on my tulip jumper since I last showed you. So I'm going to show you where I'm at. So wrinkly. I knit both sleeves. They're done, and I've begun working on the body. So I'm about that far into the body right now. I need to add my second ball of mohair, which is so exciting, and I absolutely love the color. I can't wait to wear it. It's gonna be so pretty. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I have kind of fallen behind on my Fanguano because I got very distracted by all of this, and I worked on it a little bit last night. I was so tired from shuffling all of the beds yesterday. I don't even know what day it is today. Is it Wednesday? It's Thursday. Wow. So yeah, we moved all of our beds around yesterday. We got in our new bed. It was actually really great. Otis stayed in his bed until 7 a.m. It was glorious. So yeah, I was very tired. So I like knit a few rows. I'm almost done joining one sleeve on my Penguano. I made the mistake of doing seed stitch, and after like having knit mindless stockinette stitch, it's all I'm longing for right now. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Once I get my next yarn, and I have actually, if it does arrive in time, I have a really exciting bare yarn delivery coming next week, I hope, if there's no delays, which I kind of want to do an unboxing for. It's all new bases. I have four, well, okay, no. So there's 4 new bases coming, and then I'm getting restocked on mohair and Surrey lace. So very excited about that. So I will have another kind of unboxing show and tell to show off the new yarns, and I've been working on some new colorways. One of them I am very, very excited about. It's probably the prettiest red that I have ever personally dyed. And fun fact, I used to hate the color red. I did not think that I could wear it. I did not like it. And for whatever reason, in the last couple of years, I've like done a complete 180, and I love red, but it has to be the right red. And so this is very bright. It has like a little pop of neon to it. It's warmer. It's so scrumptious. And I'm gonna call it Torrance after Jack Torrance from The Shining, which is one of our favorite movies. But I was talking with my friend Bailey, and we were saying like, oh, it would be so perfect to call it Red Rum, but I don't want to be insensitive, so I'm going with Torrance. In my mind, I will refer to it as Red Rum, but yeah, I can't wait to show you. It's hanging on the dry racks. I've got a new red, I've got a new deep teal, which is so much deeper than Beguile that I almost feel like I need to say goodbye to Beguile, because this is the dreamiest teal ever. I need to figure out a name for it. But yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of show and tells coming up. And I would love to know if this was any good whatsoever. It's definitely, but we are talking to a DSLR camera because you can't see anything. But I'm still researching. I think I've figured out what camera I'm gonna go with, and it does have one of those like flippy screens so that I can make sure that everything's in frame. And yeah, I guess maybe you can let me know if this was any good. I'm still finding my footing with all of this Patreon stuff. I feel like I'm starting to get into a groove with it. I am a busybody, so I feel like I've got a lot to always share with you guys, so I hope that you're okay with maybe like weekly videos, or who knows. Yeah, I think the goal is going to be a weekly video, and then maybe every now and then I'll sneak in an extra one, because yeah, I've just got so much going on all the time. I don't like sitting still very long. I'm weird like that, I guess. I don't know. I just like being busy. I feel more fulfilled that way, except at nighttime. At nighttime I just want to sit. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed that. Let me know below, A, if this was any good, B, what you think of the yarn. It's obviously very different from what I ever knit with, so yeah, I'm really pumped about it, but let me know what you guys think. I'm going to try and share links to the yarn that I got. So if you guys want to look it up, you can. And I'm also going to try and share the links to the patterns that I'm going to knit, because I'm just really excited about it. So yeah, anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for being here. To everyone who's choosing to support me and follow along, it's been really nice being able to share this more in-depth stuff with you guys, and I don't know, be excited about it. So yeah, anyways, I hope that you all have a really great week. I don't know where this week has gone, but yeah, thank you so much, and I will chat with you soon.